Coming to you from the studios of STL TV in beautiful Forest Park, it's the best of the STL. On tonight's show, Editor-in-Chief of Sculpt Magazine, Rikki Byrd. The St. Louis Trotters, the American Red Cross. Heating things up in the kitchen, Tikka Taco. Here's your entertainment for tonight, High Velocity. And now, here are your hosts. Please welcome Cassandra Walker and I.B. Hartman.
I'm Cassandra Walker.
And I'm Ivy Hartman. Boy, we must have just invited a few people to the show
tonight.
I know.
We have a great audience, and you know our High Velocity. They just bring it every time.
That's what I was going to say. Either they're here to see High Velocity, us, or just the awesome guests we have on the show tonight.
We do. We got to give some shout outs to the audience. First of all, I want to start out with Tiger Scouts from Pack 91. Hey, boys.
Hey.
How you doing over there in the audience?
Yeah.
We got, the St. Louis Trotters. I have a basketball team here in town as well, so they're here too.
There they are. Whoa.
Hey. And Ivy, I would be remiss. My hair looking so good. I got
Always.
my hairstylist right there, Carla.
Yay.
Look at that.
Hi,
Both
Carla.
of those ladies right there worked on my hair this a couple of weeks ago, so I want to say thank you to them. And we just got so much going on. It's a wonderful time.
It is. It's a great time of year to be in St. Louis, and it's a great time right here on Best of the STL. And speaking of having a great time, it's so nice to have LJ with us.
It is. You know what? I wonder if LJ has Facebook.
You know what? I know she does.
I'm thinking.
I know she tweets.
She should. And STLTV.net. If she misses a show, because she wasn't here last time, she can catch up on it.
And YouTube. We all like watching us on YouTube.
I know.
So if you
all
aren't
those
doing
ways
it
you can catch up our show. Never miss a moment. You could be a guest as well.
Hey, LJ, you can check and see if you've worn that shirt before if you go back on
Right.
YouTube
Go
and
back
see our old episodes.
I don't think you have, LJ. And also I have to make sure I say this. My eyelashes. Did you get a good close look up at that, my eyelashes?
I can see them.
Yeah, we're going to have some guests on in some recent shows to talk about my eyelashes. It's a special little, sponsorship going on.
Super.
To help women with cancer.
Yep, I see the little pink right there.
You like
you
that?
can barely see that. Yeah, it's very
we'll
good.
talk about
Good.
it. All right, let's go to LJ in the audience. LJ?
I am over here, and I was trying to figure out if I've worn this shirt before, so now I just have to watch shows to see how much I weigh. Then I can figure out what show that was. But I am here in the audience, and this is the best-looking audience in St. Louis. Is it not? Yeah. Yes, it is. I only hang out with the beautiful people, and you too could be one of the beautiful people here in our studio audience. All you gotta do is give us a call. We got tickets. We want to give them to you, but you have to call us. Give us a call, 314-552-2970, and you too could be a part of our studio audience and could sit here with the beautiful people, which I have two of them. I'm just right between them in my favorite place, between two beautiful manses. I have Marlon and Mylon Pepper here on the show for the St. Louis Trotters. Welcome to the show, Mylon.
Well, thank you.
Well, you are the owner and the team captain. What is that like?
It's kind of easy. I mean, just got to differentiate between being a player and an owner. So I got my work cut out for me.
So tell us a little bit about the St. Louis Trotters. What are the guys like? How old are they? I'm looking out for my single friends.
Well, most of them between the ages like 22 up to 37.
Wow, and I understand a lot of them are college graduates. I'm helping you ladies.
Yeah, all of them. But matter of fact, all of them really are college graduates, so they do excel well in school.
Wow, so how do you become a part of St. Louis Trotters? Are there open tryouts? Or how does this work?
Yes, we had a tryout back in September. So a lot of guys came out. We had about 25 players there, so they got the chance to show their stuff. So it went real well for us.
It went really well. And so you work with your brother, and this is Marlon. Marlon, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So you're the coach.
Yes, I keep them in line.
Is that because you're the oldest?
Yes, it is.
Well, you're coaching the team. What is that like? These are young men. They're not, little boys. So you have a lot of different personalities to gel with and things of that nature. How's that?
It's difficult at times, but some of the guys are that's older, have families, so you have to take that into consideration but they still ball players. But you still have to be hard on them as well.
Well, now how can people support you guys? How can they come out, cheer you on, and give you support?
You can go to the website, which is www.stlouistrotters.com, or we play most of our games at Matthew Dickey's and at Woes Community Center.
Well, that sounds fantastic. You check out, we got a lot of things going on, a lot of different things that you can check out with the St. Louis Trotters, and a lot of things on our graphics and our screen. So we have a lot of stuff going on, and they can come and check you guys out. Cassandra, what do you got going on over there in the kitchen?
Well, I'm glad you asked, LJ. I'm over here with the food, of course, with Tikka Taco. Mike, thank you so much for coming on, Mike.
Of course, thank you.
Mike, you have such a great backstory. Can you tell us a little bit about how this all came to be?
Sure, I actually thought of the idea for Tikka Taco a long time ago back in college, but we didn't really have the resources to get it started. And back then it was all about taking a food that not many people knew about, Indian food, and making it more accessible for people that maybe have never tried it before, being able to introduce it to them.
Indian food.
Indian food, but really the food is fusion. I can't even call it Indian food because it's Indian, Pakistani, Italian, Mediterranean,
Wow.
it's Mexican. It's
It just
a big
sounds
fusion.
good.
It is good. That it is.
So what happened then once you had the idea?
Well, nothing for a while. And then all of a sudden, my brother, who was deployed in Afghanistan, came home, and he and I together decided that we had some time on our hands, and we were going to try to raise money to buy a food truck. We weren't able to raise as much money as we needed, but something happened along the way that was pretty cool. We actually got invited on Food Network to be part of the Great Food Truck Race.
Wait, now that doesn't just happen, that you
Well,
just
it
get
did.
invited on Food Network.
It did.
How did that happen? Did someone find you? Was it
They
the orange
did.
shirt that stood out?
Yeah, it was our extremely good looks,
Of
and it was the
course.
orange shirt, and they liked our story. They liked
Yes.
the background. They liked the fact that my brother was a veteran. They liked the fact that the food looks really good.
It
You
does.
can't argue that. So.
Absolutely. And what are you going to make for us today?
We're gonna make tacos. Duh.
Oh, yeah, well, hello, Tikka
Yeah,
Taco.
Tikka
But
Tikka
it's not just
Taco,
your
yeah.
ordinary taco. Come on, Mike.
Nope, it's a little bit different. So kind of like I was talking before, it's fusion. It's a Mexican format, right? But it's Pakistani flavored.
Yes.
A little bit of Indian influence, topped with an Indian sauce. You can put feta cheese in it, which is a Mediterranean dish. Spinach, cilantro, a lot of fresh flavors
Wonderful.
that you don't really find together.
Yes.
But just work.
And you'll have mine ready when I come back right here.
Yes, ma'am.
Not for Ivy, but for me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just making sure that.
All right.
I'm just loving my hair. Carla's Hair Cartel, I'm just saying, she can hook you up. All right, we're going to go into a quick break. Up next is Rikki Byrd with Sculpt Magazine. You're not going to want to miss it. It is an excellent story of St. Louis's very own making her mark on the world. You won't want to miss it. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Experience St. Louis.
Well, I am right over here now. Welcome back to the show. And I'm here with the American Red Cross with Dan Fox and Mary Rosen. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, everybody knows about the American Red Cross, but tell us the impact that you all are having here in St. Louis.
Oh, well, we have quite a large impact. In fact, in the Missouri-Illinois Blood Services region, which stretches not just across the St. Louis area, but across much of the state, we serve about 80 hospitals. I mean, we provide blood products for about 80 hospitals across the region, but we can't do that without the help of our volunteer blood donors who come out each and every day, and we certainly appreciate what they do for us, and we can then take what they do and pass it along to the patients who need it.
So, Mary, that's where you come in because you are always hoping and looking for volunteers. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, ma'am. Partnering on what Dan said, we have touched the St. Louis community about 300,000 times in the past year.
Wow.
And on average, we respond to 3 single-family fires a day in the St. Louis area, which most people don't realize happen.
No.
If it's not on the news, people just don't seem to think it happens, but it's a daily disaster for those families. And we use volunteers 96% of the time to respond to people who are dealing with disaster or taking CPR classes or going out and doing preparedness activities to get the community better ready when something does happen.
Wow, I never knew that. So we get so caught up in the statistics of what goes on in the country, and when there's a major disaster and everybody's running, and you see American Red Cross, but we never really look at what happens in our own communities and how effective you guys really, really are. So what are some of the things that are going on right now that you guys are needing help with or events that you're having come up?
Well, certainly every day is a great day to donate blood. The need for blood is constant, as we say. Every 2 seconds, someone in this country needs a blood transfusion. Now, if you want to localize it a little bit to the Missouri-Illinois region, we need to collect about 800 blood products every single day to keep up with demand from those hospitals. So if you're looking for a way to help the Red Cross, looking for a way to help someone in need, you can always find a way to donate blood. And you can find blood drives near you almost every day. And you can find those by visiting us online at redcrossblood.org or by giving us a call at 1-800-RED-CROSS.
Wow, every 2 seconds, 1, 2, someone needs it, 1, 2. That is really, really powerful. So you have a lot of events that are coming up in November, so tell us a little bit about those.
Well, most of those are blood drives, and these are community blood drives that are being held at churches, at schools, at local businesses, things like that. And it's a great example of the way the St. Louis community really helps out the American Red Cross by hosting these blood drives. The Red Cross can hold a blood drive, but we need places to host them. We need places to go. And that's where the schools and the businesses and the organizations can come in. And so any of the events that we have coming up in November, these blood drives are fantastic ways to, again, come out and help those people in need. And it's a great example of the way that our businesses and our organizations are helping the American Red Cross.
So this is one of those things, you don't need any money. You just need a little bit of time and a little bit of courage, because some people are afraid.
Oh yeah, and you know, we understand that, and it takes a lot of strength to go out and do that for the very first time, and you know, volunteer to go hold someone's hand while they give blood. Give somebody a little bit of support. You know, if you can't donate blood yourself, recruit one of your friends or family members to go do it in your name. If it's something that it's just not, you know, blood, time, money, those are all things that we can use and use to help our community.
So give your blood, give your time, go to American Red Cross.
Yes,
Thank you so much for being on the show. People can always find you at American Red Cross. Give us the website one more time.
It's either redcross.org or redcrossblood.org.
You heard it here. Go give blood. 1, 2. Someone needs it. 1, 2. Cassandra and Ivy, what's going on over there on the main set?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Our next guest was a journalism student before she turned her passions for photography, fashion, and graphic design into a new magazine.
Oh, yes. And since launching in 2010, Sculpt has continued to evolve, featuring artists and contributors from all over the nation.
Please help us welcome the talented Rikki Byrd. Well, Rikki, with what you do. I want to talk a little bit about your background before we get into Sculpt magazine, okay? So we know you are a St. Louis product, and then you're Mizzou J School.
Yes.
How did that train you for what you're doing now?
Oh, it was an amazing experience. I graduated from the journalism school in May, and the process that we go through is called learning by doing. So I wrote for newspapers and magazines that definitely prepared me for launching my own magazine.
Yeah, but you launched it before as an undergraduate.
Yeah, I launched it as an undergrad. I wanted to find a way to create something that combined everything that I love to do. I loved fashion, I love magazines, I love graphic design, So, and I loved, you know, writing. So I was just like, how can I bring all this together? So that's how Sculpt evolved. And now I give artists that opportunity to kind of figure out what to do with their gifts and their talents.
That's amazing to me. It's so philanthropic as well, because you could have just done it for yourself. But let me just back up a little bit. For us, Ivy and I, because we're just a little bit older than you, when we came out of school, it's all about magazine that you hold in your hand. But now the internet plays such a huge role. How did you decide to go to an online format?
Definitely through the journalism school. They taught us that everything is going digital. And so I want to be a part of that innovation, a part of that world that all journalists are creating. So that's kind of what led me to produce the magazine online. I tell my staff and I have this kind of quote that we use, Sculpt lives digitally. So it's all online, from emails to how we contact our artists and everything.
So that's very interesting because you feature up and coming artists and you have contributors from all over the country. Talk about this issue.
This issue, the 5th issue, we launched September 30th, and we kind of named it our defined issue because as our staff and I were in our meetings, we were like, well, what is art? What does that mean? What does it mean to be a singer, a photographer, a writer? And we said, well, we don't know, so let's ask the artists that we're featuring. So we had the opportunity to feature Jenna Bell, who's a singer up in New York. She actually just went international. She's performing overseas now. And Andre Wagner, and asked them, you know, are you a photographer first or an artist first? Or are you just a person that takes pictures? Or is Jenna Bell, is she a singer? Is she a poet? And through the issue, when you go through it, you kind of learn their story and their process and how they came to be and how they're still striving.
How do you find the people that you're going to feature in your magazines? Obviously, you're becoming more known, but how do you find them, or how do they find you?
Definitely through social media. Like I said, we live online, so we're always on the hunt. So via blogs, Twitter, Facebook. Actually, I met Jenna Bell. She came to Mizzou. We did kind of a concert where we feature emerging artists from all over the nation. We bring them to Mizzou and they perform. And I got to they invited me to go to dinner with Jenna Bell, and that's how I met her, and she became the cover story.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It really is. So do you know what the next issue is going to be like?
I don't. We're working on it though. It comes out December 30th, so just wait and see.
You know, when you talk about your staff, you're so young, you know, as it is, and you talk about having a staff and all of that, which right now you probably don't feel as young as you give yourself 10 years, you will. But that has to come from somewhere. And I understand your mom kind of inspired you some, even as a younger person. Tell us about that.
Yeah, definitely. My mom designs clothes. She's always looking for the next big thing. So she's creating anything from dresses to hair products to shoes. And so she definitely inspired me to kind of search for the next big thing. And my dad, he's an entrepreneur. So he kind of gives me that business savviness of just like, you know, how do you run your business? How do you run your staff? How do you run those things? So definitely the culmination of those two kind of allow me to produce what I produce.
And your mom, she came in the audience with you, is that correct?
There,
all right, you can also give her a shout out and a wave. We'll let you do that, Rikki.
There at the camera?
No, you should
her.
wave to the audience.
Hi, Mommy. And my godmoms out there. Hi,
all right, definitely want to do that.
That's great.
We're so happy that they came and supported you, but you decided to support other people. Why did you choose that, to support other people, as opposed to just featuring people in your magazine?
Well, I have, when I created the magazine in 2010, I noticed that there were a lot of artists in St. Louis who felt like their work wasn't getting appreciated and wasn't getting nourished. So I dedicated the first issue to St. Louis. It was kind of my ode to St. Louis, my hometown. And I saw how much I had created an opportunity to pursue what I wanted to pursue. I've always wanted to be editor-in-chief of a magazine. And I said, well, why wait? I can do it now. And so I think now what I try to do most is motivate and inspire people through what I do, but also the artists that I feature that, hey, it's possible. You don't have to wait. You can go and fetch it no matter how far it is.
You mentioned about how you interviewed these artists, and you know they have these varying facets of their livelihood and their life. What else do we need to know about Rikki Byrd?
About Rikki,
I know you're an actress.
Are you just, Oh.
Yes, I am an actress. I enjoy live theater. This past year, I was in the production of the A-Man Corner up at the university, and then 2 years before that, I was in the production of Fences. So, do enjoy live theater.
And Ivy, I understand she played a little girl
Yes.
In
A
one of those
7-year-old.
You did.
I played a 7-year-old in fences, and then I played a 50-year-old.
Oh my God! What a range!
Yeah.
And she plays magazine editor in her day life.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Business mogul.
Yeah.
So what's next for you, Rikki?
What's next for me? I'm currently in the process of researching the problem with diversity in fashion. So that's my biggest interest right now. So trying to see where that's leading me.
Do you have any role models like the Johnsons who started Ebony Magazine? Do you ever look back at that and think, you know, they did it and
Oh,
it's paved the way?
definitely. And I've definitely studied them in my research to creating a magazine specifically for African Americans when African Americans couldn't be in mainstream magazines. So it's a big deal for me to create this magazine for emerging artists. It's for us, it's by us, so I really love it.
You're doing great work. And I think that if our viewers out there want to support Rikki Byrd and Sculpt Magazine, it's simple. You can simply email her at sculptmag@gmail.com. They're also online, and you can find them online at their website, which is sculptmag. Actually, it's a nice ISSUU.com, right?
Yes.
Yeah, got it. And Facebook and Twitter. That's where I found it, and I
Yes.
loved it there. Yeah, that's
Just
easy.
go there, it's easier.
Yeah,
It is.
It is. It's very nice. Listen, I think I need glasses.
Join the club, Ivy. Join the club. Rikki, thanks so much for coming over.
Thanks
Come
for
again.
having me.
Well, hey, don't you go anywhere because we have the band coming up right now.
Oh,
LJ's over there with High Velocity.
If you want more information about High Velocity, you can check them out. Give them an email so that you can book them. Check them out at highvelocitystl@gmail.com. Check them out. Ain't no mountain be high enough for you either. What you got going on in the kitchen, guys?
I got food, LJ. What you think? And I'm over here by myself, so don't even think you're gonna get your little greedy paws over here, LJ, and get some of this food. I'm with Michael from Tikka Taco. And Michael, before when I was with you, you told us about your campaign and how you became who you are now. Tell us a little bit more about it. You can go to gotikka.com, is that correct?
Absolutely. If you go to the website, gotikka.com, that'll take you exactly to our fundraising site where you can, we call it fundraising. We're asking for donations, but you actually get something back for the donations.
What do you get?
There's several different things. You can get T-shirts like this.
Ooh.
You can actually have your own custom T-shirt made with your name on it that lets people
Really?
know that you helped us out, that you were part of this from the beginning.
I like that. Who came up with that idea?
Me?
Oh, he cooks, he comes up with ideas. Are you married?
Not yet.
Oh,
Not yet.
well, hey, I'm just saying, I'm married, but I'm saying somebody else may want to. All right.
314.
So, Michael, so you're raising donations for what, though? There's an end to this.
There absolutely is. One day I envisioned Tikka Taco as a coast-to-coast chain, able to, serve all markets, but it's got to start somewhere, right?
Absolutely.
So the Indiegogo campaign that we're running at gotikka.com is to get a truck. We need to, don't have the resources to do it on our own, so we're hoping that people like our stuff. You can actually buy spice packets on there as well.
Wow.
And you saw how easy this was, a simplified version, but
Yes.
you can make this at home using our recipe and our spice packets. We're willing to give it up.
Absolutely, and I can see here on our monitor that we have some deliciousness going, so you're getting ready to make something for me, correct, Michael?
I am. I was going to assemble that for you if you'd like me to.
I would love that, and is this the Tikka Taco truck that you want to get?
That's the truck we want. That's the one that we had on the Great Food Truck Race.
Yes.
When we lost, Tyler took it back.
Oh, they took it back when you lost? That's not nice. We're going to get it back for you, though, because they can give their donations. So if they go to gotikka.com, they can donate there.
That's right.
And then the Indiegogo as well.
Well, that will actually direct you to the Indiegogo site.
Okay, so it's a link.
Yep, just try to make it easier for people. So.
All right, and so while you're loading up my taco, that's a hint. While you're loading up my taco, Michael, why don't you give our viewers some information on why you think that they should be a part of this? Because it sounds like a fantastic organization.
I think this is going to happen someday. It's going to happen one way or another, and I think it's nice to be able to say you were one of the first people in on it.
I like it, yes.
And so some of the different perks that we have lets you know, or lets people know that you were the first in on it. Yep, just little yogurt sauce on top. Dutch cilantro
like
on
this
there.
To see, I know what I'm doing. Look at
Just
that.
a little bit, right?
tad bit.
Okay, now you're gonna get
To
you
taste.
hooked, and
Just
you
to
can.
taste.
I think you
I
should
want to know why Ivy's all up in my taco. What is going on?
We want to thank you, Michael, for being here. Thanks to all our guests.
Yes,
and
thank
we're
you so
gonna...
much, Rikki Byrd, for coming in our audience
Yeah.
as well.
And last but certainly not least, High Velocity. Take us out.
Okay, now we get it.